Okay, so I made fudge brownies this morning. Every time I post a video or a picture with something that I made with long-term emergency food, I get a million questions. Pam, why are you using up your emergency food? Why don't you save it for when shit hits the fan or when you have a blizzard or whatever? Guys, I always rotate my stock. Always. I don't buy something and then just keep it for a disaster. I continually rotate my stock. And let me show you why. Okay. So we are in a pantry challenge right now from it's through Instagram, through Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead. So from January 1st to March 1st, in this challenge, we buy no food from January 1st to March 1st. We only use, what the food we have in our home, in our freezers, our freeze-dried foods, our everything. We only use it from our home. We don't go grocery shopping normally. People set their own rules for their different challenges in their home, but I basically stay with what I have in the house. So, and you can see I have a lot of empty spaces now. We've probably gone through about 2 or 300 jars already. And so let me tell you. So, like for an example, on the spinach, okay, on this spinach here, I have 3 pints left of spinach. So when I can more spinach, when after winter, I'm just not going to put the jars up. I'm going to pull the older jars forward if we still have them left, and then the newer jars go in the back. You want to continually bring the old to the front, on every single thing you do. You don't want to have a bunch of food in the back that's outdated and that you've wasted money and time and energy on. So you always have to rotate your stock. I do this monthly, guys. I don't write it down. I don't have, I don't have a day planner on, do this in 1 year. I don't do any of that. I do this monthly. When I'm in here cleaning, I clean the seals. I check to see the seals are once for first if they're still sealed, and I bring the old to the front. I always bring it to the front. Okay, see this? I only have 3 jars, 3 half pints of barbecue sauce left. That's it. So when I make more barbecue sauce in the summer, I'm going to be bringing these to the front. Okay? I'm not going to start stacking where that space is. I put the new in first and then the old. You have to do that. You have to do it with everything. Every single thing. Now, this is new sugar that we got from As Your Foods. This is also sugar. And over here, this is the sugar that I go to. This is my go-to everyday sugar. Baking every single day, I go to this sugar. So when this sugar is gone, then I get the sugar out of this. And this says 720. That's when I put this in. It's about half gone now. Because as this goes down, then I add more out of here. So when then this is empty, I'm going to change the date. I'm going to change the bag. And then I'm going to put one of these bags that I got from Azure Foods. I'm going to put that in there. I'm continually bringing the old out and bringing it forward. You have to do that. You have to do that, guys. You have to have some type of organization. I know I'm getting tons of questions. All of us homesteaders and people that do pantry challenges and stuff are getting tons of questions because there's a lot more women now and men that are starting their prepper pantries because of the condition this country's in. And they're worried about food safety for their family. They're worried about feeding their family. And a lot of people are getting frustrated because they're looking online and they're looking at people's photos. of their pantries, and the new people are getting frustrated because their pantry doesn't look like the pictures. I don't give a crap. Don't worry about what your pantry looks like, for crying out loud, people. Just start preparing. Start being able to get that wonderful feeling that you know your family is going to be fed. I don't care if your pantry is in cardboard boxes. You know the system better than us. You do what is perfect for your family. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Don't keep up with the homesteaders. You organize the way you can deal with it, the way you're happy with it, the way you know how to find your stuff. Now, I keep all my Agassiz Farm and my long-term food, the number 10 cans and things like that, I keep them in my mother-in-law's old hutch. I mark on the top when I open them. Mark the date. Always mark the date. Dry milk, spaghetti bites, mark the date. Now, when I get down to 1 can or 2 cans, I will bring those forward and put the new ones in the back. You always have to bring the old forward, guys. Always. You don't want to have a bunch of stuff that's open, been in there for years, and you can't find it. Even my hot cocoa, I do the same with it. I bring it to the forward. Okay? You always have to do that. And just because you have Agassiz Farms or Mountain House or Wise Food, whatever your long-term food go-to is, just because you have it doesn't mean you can't use it. Use it. Open it up. Try it. How are you going to know if a shit hits the fan? How are you going to know if you like the food or not? Say shit hits the fan and you open up a can of potato shreds. These are basically hash browns. You open them up and you go, God, those are crappy. So you're stuck with 10 cans of crappy hash browns. Open them up. Try them. Do 1 weekend or 1 day of long-term food sampling. Do a dinner out of your long-term food. See if you like it. See if it's easy to put together. Learn how to do this. Don't just buy them and let them set. Okay, guys? Just don't do that. So make sure that now these things here, these are older. Those in the back are the new. These are the older ones. These are the newer ones. You have to do it with your food. You have to bring your old food forward. You have to rotate your stock. Same with your freezers. Old to the front, new to the back. Also date your stuff. I have dates. I have dates on all my cans. This is chicken. Right there. July 20. It's to the forward. Bring it all to the forward if it's the older. Some people use those little colored dots, the peel-off colored dots, and each color is a year. I can't figure out what color I'm in. I don't even know what year it is half the time, let alone what color is what year. But that's how you do it. Some people use spreadsheets. I don't have time to label and make I don't have time to do spreadsheets. Even though it's just the two of us, I don't have that kind of time to sit and in front of a computer and go through jar by jar by jar. I just don't have that kind of time. So if you do, hey, kudos to you. Whatever floats your boat, guys. Whatever lets you understand how much food you have, where it is, what's the year. The most important is that you start. Just start. It makes me feel so good knowing that my sons can walk in here and go shopping if they need to. Or if anything we need, I have it. Whether it's in canned, whether it's a dried powder, whether it's dehydrated marshmallows for my cocoa, I have it. I have it, guys. So just start and don't try and keep up with all the photos on social media, because half the time those photos are staged. This is not staged. Can you tell? This is not staged. This is our command center. This is our prepper pantry, our prepper room. Okay? I just close the doors, close it off, and that's it. But this is the coolest room of the house, and this is where the action is. So guys, don't question me on why I use our long-term food for something. The question is, do you have long-term food? Have you tried your long-term food? Do you know how to cook it? Does your family like it? If you don't like it, why are you buying it and saving it for 25 years? That's the point. So anyway, guys, peace out. Have a cool day. And the brownies that I showed you earlier, those are really good, especially with ice cream. So have a cool day. Hope this helps. Just start prepping, guys. That's all you have to do. Just start prepping.